What's up, everyone? It's your boy Sagi Sausage, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. We're here on our Forever World, and kind of at this little village that we're kind of building up here. Speaking of, we've kind of almost finished the actual outer wall. First time ever for me to actually finish one of these walls that go around the villages. I think all I got is from here to here left over, which we have plenty of stone. But I'll be doing this kind of on Twitch. So I'll be live streaming a lot of this grindy work, like building the walls, the towers, the defenses, and stuff like that. Replacing the lighting with lanterns, strategically placed everywhere. Um, and once we got all that done, we're gonna start building our main house here for this village here. So I'm thinking maybe this section here. It's gonna be an old house that I used to go to. My dad recently went over to go see his mom, which is this is her house, and cause she's sick and she's getting a little older, and he wanted to make sure he saw her, before it was too late or whatever, and um just to make sure, cause like I said, she was sick, so I'm pretty sure she's better now. But she went to go see him, and I asked him, like, "Hey, can you send me pictures of the home? I want to build it in Minecraft." And so he did, and I'm pretty excited because they're. I mean, it's not all of the necessary ones, but it's enough for me to kind of begin. So I'm pretty excited for that. Uh, yeah. Enough rambling about that, guys. Thank you guys so much for all your support. We lost a subscriber. Oh, sorry. Oh, man. But I mean, we're gonna lose some here and there. I mean, maybe we did something they didn't like, and they just didn't want to be a part, which is fine. If I ever mess up, guys, I apologize. I don't mean to. I'm really just winging this. Like I mentioned before I exploded last episode. I'm a full-time dad, and I'm a full-time, worker for a company. I try my best to. If you guys are enjoying the series, I promise I do try my best to at least make it as entertaining as possible. Sometimes I kind of, I'm a little boring sometimes, or sometimes I'm just rambling and the video doesn't really go anywhere. Which, I mean, I understand. What are you coming to this channel for, right? Are you coming for like Minecraft gameplay, which I can promise it's gonna be a honest, no cheaty. I'll be open with every decision, um, and it's as vanilla as possible. Which in this case is I'm using a Spark Light. Um, Hold on. I'm using a. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Damn. Resource packs. Dynamic light on add-on. So this one adds like these like wisps and stuff like that, but I think that's about it. And then the classic shadows, and then just I think these little texture packs. I'm not too sure exactly. Also, I don't think I put this one here. So I'll make sure that that goes on here next episode. But for the most part, that's the only add-ons. I think those are really cool to add on here. Um, But like I was saying before I got really interrupted by myself, if you guys are enjoying like the just the playthrough, right? Then I know with this world there's a goal, right? It's pretty much build up this village here, right? Protect it, make sure it's safe. Go up there and finish our base up there in the mountain. Make sure that's safe and secure and completed, right? Paths and farms and you know villagers can walk around. They're not stuck in like this. Hold on, let me see. It's around here. I think it's this way though. I want to go around that cave because where I died at. I think it was like 500 something and then 320 something. So I think it was like this way. But yeah. So, you know, the Ender Dragon, the Wither, all that stuff, I'm gonna try and complete, you know, the Elytra, you know, all that stuff. You know, the goal is to beat the game, right? Should we check? Yeah, we're gonna check this hole here. Okay, you chill. All right, let's see. Okay, it's nothing. All right, but yeah, like I said, I mean, sure, I can just cut all this stuff out, right? But you know, I think I think there's value to just this is what it used to be, right? Instead of like the quick cuts and the you know, as long as I can entertain you guys, right? I mean, I think there's some value in you know, play the game. We're just playing the game. Just let's relax. Let's enjoy every little inch of this game. Okay. I'm notoriously bad with survival. So instead of like, you know, cutting away or you guys not seeing something as ridiculous as what as what you guys are about to see now, look. I lost my silk touch. So I can't grab any of this. I need I'm just gonna do a full on I'm just gonna raid this entire cave, right? As much as I can fit in my inventory. I hope and I wish. You know what? I think before we go down there, we get some leather, right? So we can make some bundles. I think that's gonna be very useful. Some coal over there too. Let's see if we just can't do a quick little scan here. Okay, at least one or two cows, right? One or two, maybe four pieces of leather out of those two cows. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get all the you know the concerns, but I'm just gonna try and be as me as possible. Okay, there's a desert over there, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense, because if not, I'm just gonna delete this entire video. No, I mean, look, I can just offer myself, right? With the time that I have. And with time that I have, I like to just kind of offer my brain, offer my mind, you know? And I know for YouTube videos, you kind of want to have like a beginning, middle, end kind of thing, right? For each video. This is dangerous. I don't like this. Cows don't spawn at night, right? So there's no point in actually going for this. Like going for a cow. Was that a cow? Oh, nope, not a cow. I don't know what that was. Something died. A bunny rat, right? There you are. Okay, let's go. Let's go into our cave. But I am gonna try, and if you stick with me, right? At least with this series in particular, right? This series is the celebration. Oh, nice, dude. The celebration of 100, right? And the hopes and goal for 200. So this world in general is the road to Lag City. Please don't lag. Okay, I think we pushed our luck with that cow. I think it was just a struck of luck. Nope. He wants his horse back. Yeah, I think we were pushing our luck here. Let's just continue on this way. We got two. So yeah, so if we would have gotten one more cow, maybe four. So our math was kind of correct, right? Um, yeah, but guys, trust. I'm trying my best, and it's not like a thing where like, hey, feel sorry for me. Um, like definitely, please give me all the advice you can, right? Like, what do you guys recommend? Like, I've gotten obviously trim all the unnecessary stuff, right? Okay, I definitely understand that, and very valuable, um, very valuable advice because yeah, I do see that. Like this stuff right here. I mean, just my ums and ahs and stuff like that. I can just cut that out. Kind of like Jev. I don't know if I mean, I'm pretty sure if you guys watch me, you guys watch Jev. But how he cuts like his videos are literally just of him talking. Like, so he's probably playing the game. Well, I mean, he's probably playing. He is playing the game, right? But at the same time, like he's having his conversation, and when he edits, it's yeah. Oof, I'm not gonna need some for a while. But this is useful because look, I'm gonna just tap this here, tap that here. This is the exit. So I'll be able to at least, yeah, see. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna just ransack this entire thing. I don't know about the copper. I'm debating the copper. We definitely might grab that, but anyways, where was I? Yeah, this is not your this isn't really your regular Minecraft YouTube experience in a lot of ways. And not in like a cocky like, hey, I'm gonna do my thing kind of thing, but kind of like the hey, this is my thing, you know? Like this is sort of like my vibe. The sit down and just have a raw conversation. I enjoy that. And that's why I really gravitated towards Twitch a lot because people can chime in and kind of like just listen while I'm playing the game and when it's real people and not bots, it's pretty awesome. It really is entertaining and it's a lot of fun. So if you guys don't have anything to do and you guys kind of want to just chill and like feed the conversation and like just pretty much just chill on the couch and play with me basically, right? Watch me play. Um, then yeah, hit me up on Twitch, Soggy Sausage, and that would be awesome. 'Cause I like doing that. And then just conversations sort of just kind of sprawl out of there. So let's see. Okay, looks like all the coal is done. We can kind of move down. I don't know. Should I grab this? This. I mean, Okay, my first iron. Yeah. Shake it to the max. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so this one I can just hold my torch and it'll light up the area, kind of like I think there's a Java feature like that, I think. Huh. I wonder, should I grab all that copper? I don't know. I mean, copper is useful, but I mean, we could smelt it, right? That's always a good thing. That gives us XP. And that's kind of what we're aiming for is XP, right? Getting as much XP as we can and resources. So fingers crossed and toes crossed for diamonds. That's priority number one. Lapis, iron. I'd like coal just because it's very useful for like fuel or like torches for like lanterns, and that's still pretty OG, right? Oh, speaking of OG, and also like what to kind of talk about. I asked ChatGPT. I was like, "Hey man, give me a nice, thoughtful conversation." Now, if you guys don't like, it's gonna be a little bit of a longer video, maybe like 40 minutes. But I'm gonna be gone for the weekend, so I won't be able to upload a video until Monday. We're going to the river, and it's gonna be pretty fun. I might take my PlayStation. I might. And I might see what's up. If not, I'll definitely put some posts up because I'm taking my laptop, and I'll be able to try and like maybe dabble in like some like thumbnails and like um, maybe editing. Maybe. Who knows? But anyways, with that being said, I can see their toes. Okay, let me go that way for this iron. Because iron is also a sort of priority for us. We're going to make some golems, we're going to make anvils, all that stuff. Choo! Okay, I don't see him. Oh, there's one over to the right. Oh, there you are. Because he's wearing a helmet. Okay, shoot. What? I blocked that. Two of them, one's down. Nope, I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the hit. This is throwaway armor. But let's go ahead and claim this territory here really quick. I do need to make this as the obvious entrance here. So that way, if we do get lost, we can at least see this and be like, oh, it's this way. Okay, nice. So, I asked ChatGPT for a nice, thoughtful, like thought-inducing, philosophical question, and I asked for three of them. And I'm gonna pretty much choose to talk about the first one that he gave me, which was, in my opinion, I think the coolest one. Let's just put it that way. So, what if the universe remembers us? If time forgets me, does the universe? And it says, explore the possibility that consciousness leaves a signature not on history books, but in the very fabric of existence. So that's pretty cool. Reflect on the unseen ripple effects. Hold on. Of our thoughts, actions, or even intentions. Pose the question, does the universe store memory in the form of energy, legacy, or resonance? Could our deepest emotions, love, grief, and awe, echo across time like starlight from a long dead star? So, yeah, I'll keep it at that. So, yeah, so basically that's what it gave me. Now, I kind of want to break it down a little oh, hold on. I wasn't healing. I want to see if maybe we got a dungeon over here. Come on, shoot me. No, no, jump. Oh, damn it. Usually, it hits me before I can time that correctly. Hey, yo. So yeah, does the universe remember us? Right? Like, what is the universe? Is the universe a being, like a living being? Does the universe remember us, like a organism, right? Like, your skin, right, is your largest organism, your organ, right? Your skin has organisms that live on it. So I mean, is this kind of wild to say that your skin could be happy, it could be sad? I mean, is there some emotion to an organism like that that things live on it? I mean, we are, right? We are this huge walking organism, right? Is that crazy to say? And things live on us and inside us. Things are completely oblivious to us being alive and then them being inside us, right? I don't think the microbiome inside your gut knows that it's a microbiome inside your gut. You know, so does the universe remember us, right? Like in a time where things are so like like for example death, right? That's a for sure thing that everybody kind of it's promised basically, right? Hey, oh, I wanted the XP. It's pretty much promised, right? Death is promised. So, if if nothing else, right? Like the universe being alive or um hold on. Can I get oh no. Oh nice dude, hold on. Please give it to me. Give me your bow. He didn't. Okay. Um we have enough, so we'll just set it down. So is the universe something that's living like that where it can remember us? Or is it like a tree where maybe it doesn't have like a conscious, but it has like a way to read energy, right? And if it's fed, if it's nurtured from the ground, and is it technically happy, right? It's a happy tree, and can it give greener leaves and sweeter fruit, and that in turn feeds the ants and the bugs and the birds and all that that eat off the fruit, the animals. Is it that? Because it also says like the unseen ripple effect of our thoughts, actions, or even intentions, right? So reflecting on our thoughts, like that's pretty much. I guess I'm getting the copper. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get. I should have made that crafting bench. I could make one here. I have logs, so I can start making, like little bundles. I do have the ability to make a bundle, so. But we do need to go deeper. That's where we're gonna find the diamonds. It's just all this coal. And you know what? Honestly, oh, nice. I think it's just easy XP, that's why. But even then, maybe redstone and lapis has more XP than the coal, right? All right. Let's see if we just can't move a little deeper then. We came this way. I think we're good. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, so is ChatGPT implying that the universe is a living organism and it might remember the ripples, right? It remembers us as the source of the ripples. So if we have any effect on it, right? Should we go that way or should we just go lower? I think we just go lower, to be honest. Okay, so there's a bunch of skeletons over here, but I think... Oh, he was quick. Look, a wisp. There's a wisp over there. Now, they each have different, like, capabilities, but I don't have the book with me. Okay, so there's a bunch of iron over there too. Should we go towards that wisp? Probably not. We might find some more, but that's deep slate now. So I think that's diamond level. This is gold, which I want to grab here so I can make some golden apples because we're gonna start curing Benny and Barney Hill over there at our village base. Okay. Yeah, we're still here at the mouth. So we actually could just follow this whole thing and see where it leads us, right? Just go as deep as possible. Alright, let's do that. Let's take little stages though. I think that's fine if we do that. Okay, so we're redstone level. Okay. Okay, we hit the bottom. Okay, bunch of stuff in the water. That's good. That's good news. Okay. Let's see if we can't find an entrance to a different cave. We got some redstone over here. Lava. Okay, and then here. Perfect. Okay, so let's do that here. We went around this way. Perfect. Let's get this gold. Okay, cool. So we're gonna explore down here. Um, so does our actions, are we remembered through our actions, basically, right? So if we're good people, if we do good actions, is you know, this is karma, our karmic ripples, do they matter to the universe? I mean, that's perfect, right? I think there is such thing as like um the ripple effect, right? I think there is something to that. Blast protection, I'm throwing all that away. But this stuff I'm keeping. This bow I'm gonna keep. But all this is kind of useless to me right now. Yeah, baby. We found us some diamonds. Nice. Okay, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. All right. But yeah, so it's that whole idea with like karma and Buddhism frequencies, right? Like, you know, good versus bad energies and stuff like that. That's all essentially the same idea, right? That the way you behave has a sort of, or the choices you make have a sort of ripple effect or a butterfly effect on like life. Like even if it's just like your life, right? Like even if you're just having an effect on your life, you're still having an effect on life in general because you're walking around this. right? Like I mean, something as simple or as very basic as like you have an effect on on whoever passes you by, basically. If you're in a bad mood, whoever's the victim of that. And whoever is the victim of your good mood too, which is it's kind of crazy to say victim, but I mean anybody who passes by like is gonna get affected by your smile or your frown, right? So you have this ripple effect on the universe. You are always technically, right, remembered through your actions. How loud are your actions? How loud are so if the universe is like this tethering thing, right? There's like strings attached to everything, right? String theory, right? If there's strings attached to everything and then the louder you tap 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 on said string, right? Like is that effect gonna be a loud thing to the universe, right? And some of you might be saying like Sagi, what the hell are you even talking about? But I mean, humor me, right? Oh, oh my God. Humor me, please. Um, let's just when you come to the Sagi, right? When you come talk to Sagi, look, half of the stuff I don't believe either, but I entertain the idea, right? And we'll see, like, is it possible? Because I've heard some pretty crazy stuff that supposedly we have to kind of accept is reality, right? That's true, right? And a lot of stuff that we get confirmation that's true, and no one cares. So, does the universe remember us, right, through our actions and and uh, and our choices and our thoughts and all that? Or do we just live a life and kind of just die off whenever we reach a certain age or we get into an accident or something happens to us and lights are out, right? Sure, possible, right? I mean, who knows what people think, right? People think a bunch of different things, which is the beauty of the internet, right? You get to kind of experience the world in the palm of your hands, right? Which if you're younger than 18 watching this, listening to this portion of the video, please just humor older people, right? Don't you know? I mean, you don't have to bow down to them, and you don't have to, you know, respect them. I mean, you should respect everybody, not just because they're elders or anything like that. Like anybody. If you're a boy, be respectful. Like there's something to that. There's something to being a nice, respectful young man, right? Liking whatever you like. You're a punk, or you're a gangster. You're um, whatever you choose to be in this life, right? There's something to being a respectful young man in society, right? Even if society has wronged you, even if I mean I get that. Trust me, I do. I get the whole I don't care if you accept me or not. Like you've wronged me enough. You know what I mean? Like I completely get that. I don't want to fall in, but I know, but for now, I'm just gonna do it. We're here for resources. I want to use this bow, so we'll keep that. Let's actually make. Let me keep the minimal resources in there. Like this raw beef. If we ever need this raw beef, we can just cook it and eat it. I think all the stuff's going in there like that. Keep those out. Oh, I should have. I'm gonna wear that. Protection 3, not too bad, but it's something. Okay, so now it's just, there's many questions, right? And the world is a pretty crazy place, right? From the animals that we just always magically just find that just come out of nowhere in the ocean, land, and sea. Everywhere, everywhere you look, there's a new animal that just kind of pops up, and it's like, oh, it was thought to be once extinct, or it was, whatever, right? Or this fish, or this bird, or and it's like, oh, look, we get confirmation that this person was killed by this person, and you know, oh no, I should have just kept that. You know what I mean? And sometimes real life is crazier than fiction, you know? So does the universe remember us through our actions? Maybe. If we entertain that thought, I mean, honestly, I can point to my view of religion, for example, right? I have no idea, and, creator, please forgive me for always wanting to question things, right? But personally, I have no idea what really happened, what's gonna happen, and why even things happen, right? I have no clue why I'm always I'm always asking myself that, like why the hell did this happen, you know? But I like to question, I like to think about stuff, and just having an open mind really does help with that. And so I don't have any of the answers at all, ever, right? But I can offer you my mind, and that's kind of what this sort of like, free balling of ideas are. So if you like that kind of content, please, I highly kind of hope I see you guys in the comments. We are getting a lot of commenters, which is pretty awesome. And yes, it does help me a lot in the algorithm get pushed out to more people, and um, really helps me grow. And and I heard one YouTuber best in slot say this once, but it makes me feel good inside. It does. And if that's corny to say, I'm sorry, I don't mean it in a corny way, but I mean it in a very honest way. Like, it's cool to see your guys' comments, whatever it may be. I had some person just say nice. It's like, nah, thank you. That was nice. It's cool to see my little hobby, look and feel a little like it's progressing, right? That's pretty awesome. Whether you're a carpenter, or a sound mixer, right? You make songs, a producer, right? Whatever you like to do for your hobby, and someone comes by and says, "Hey, nice." That's kind of like, yeah, thanks, man. I wasn't asking for it, like definitely wasn't asking for it. But that's awesome. Like, thanks. It makes me feel good inside, right? So please, if you don't mind, right? If you don't mind, sound off in the comments about the topic, about future topics, about what you might like to hear maybe yourself. I do always prioritize you guys, especially over Chat GPT, right? But if I don't, I'll always ask Chat GPT for more conversation starters, right? And so far, it's pretty fun. Um, but yeah, I would much prefer to hear you guys and what you guys kind of question, right? And if you guys question something about life, like, hey, maybe just include your age. Like, hey, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a this, I'm a that, and I'm this old. If you want. what that does is it gives us a bit of a insight, right, on the thought process of your biological form, because that does matter. You know, you can identify as whatever you want, which I support that. Identify as whatever the hell you want. But also, hey, there are two genders, right? Like sexual genders and biological genders and um, hormones and stuff like that are a thing, right? That is a thing. And there's also a spectrum, to that. So, all things being true in my eyes here, everyone is welcomed, and all opinions also are welcomed. And the best way to kind of get through that is obviously in the comments. Um, a like really does help me out by making me feel really, really good inside, because I know that is an extra step as a YouTube viewer myself. I know that, but I personally think comments are more of an extra step, right? A like is a very quick, even if you dip out of the video really quick, a like is a very simple, just boop boop, and then it's a very quick dip out of the video, and that's fine, right? I am looking for my niche. If you guys know who the Neo-Cubist is, that's more. I mean, he does crazy like 3 hour long videos, which I don't think I. I mean, I don't think I do that. I would do like long streams like that, right? On Twitch. Is there one over there? No, but there is that which I would want. I need this for hold on. Yeah. I need that for our Ender portal. Which reminds me, we need to get obsidian too. Nice, and we're almost at 20, which is really good. So hopefully more mobs and more ores, more diamonds. We got 8 diamonds so far. Raw dogging these diamonds. Hey yo. Um sorry. See, like that stuff like that. Definitely I know I can cut that out, but um I get really busy, and my internet is really, really weird. So like transferring stuff over, like I tried getting a USB, and yada yada yada, excuse. I know, I understand. I am gonna be working on that, especially now that you guys are enjoying this, or I'm seeing people take interest in, like, hey man, I really like the videos, but do this or this or that. Like, I really enjoy that conversation, because I'm like, yeah, man, you know what? You are right. Like, I should really focus more on that. And I want to try and do stuff like that, right? Uh actually edit and do some thumbnails and do descriptions and stuff like that, but um because I have a little bit of time, finding out an important. I'm gonna take this little guy. Nice, just one. um it's gonna be a slow ride, right? But look at it this way. I'm at 104. We lost one subscriber. So what that means is that we're actually going back. We're not progressing anymore. We are regressing. Which I think is a fancy I think it's a fancy way of saying we're losing instead of winning. Uh which is fine. It's fine. I mean, I'm not doing this for anything like fame, or it's just really cool to see the growth, right? So this series in general is going to see a lot of growth and adjustments, right? This is my point. Which is funny, and I'll explain here in a minute, but my point is like I am looking to evolve, right? Not in myself per se, right? Not in like for example, I used to follow some YouTubers back in the day, when they'd be playing Minecraft and all that, right? And okay, he's close. Okay, he's probably somewhere else here around. Um, Long story short, they talked a certain way. They made videos a certain way, and like now years later, going back to them, it's a little cringy to kind of watch, which sucks because I want to watch them. And just the way they talk now is very like I want to say like a fake girl voice, right? Like how girls can like, oh my God, that was a big vein of diamonds. Hopefully it's two veins that were just joined up together. It doesn't seem like it. That was scary. My point is, I don't want to ever change like the way I speak and like the way. Of course, I want to speak a little clearer, right? I want to not stutter. I want to be able to talk more fluently. I don't want to just babble on, right? I want to be able to like to form coherent sentences and um, be better in that way, improve in that way, but never change like my voice or the way I speak or you know, nothing like that, which I know is weird to say, but again, I've seen I've seen the change in YouTubers, which sometimes it's because they want to be able to appeal to certain viewers and keep certain contracts and stuff like that, right? And not lose viewers maybe or for whatever reason, right? To be honest. Um, but it was too much for me. So that's something I hope I don't do. But um, one thing I do want to start doing is maybe evolving in the editing and the professionalism, right? I just figured no one's really watching. Why am I gonna kind of like prioritize that? I'm gonna prioritize more speaking better, right? Being able to get my thoughts out. Not choosing choosing spots where you're not listening to the lawnmower or an airplane or a helicopter or stuff like that, right? Like I'm working on that. That's more priority for me. Jeez, Louise. you know. But if editing, right, and cutting down stuff is a priority over thumbnails or vice versa or whatever, then with you guys sounding off in the comments, it really does help me out a lot. And I think that whole does the universe remember us through our actions, right? Well, does does what happens to your YouTube channel get affected by what you do, right? Does the ripples of my actions, like, for example, sharing what I share, right? Like, I'm just being honest because that's all I can really think about, right? Is just, hey, this is an awesome new thing that's happening to me, and I hope I continue. This is a cool new thing oh my god, I lost it. Crap. Okay. I can make one. That's not a problem. It's just I already had one. All right. Let's go back, I guess, to that little bunch that we left on the floor. We can just craft it, craft it there. Yeah, right here. Um. Oh no. Oh yes. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I believe so. Okay, your actions do speak louder than your words, right? What you do does affect the universe that you are in, right? And if that's like, um, if you're a bad guy, right, and you're doing bad things, how many like tethers are you affecting? How many lives are you affecting? Now, in the whole, does the universe remember us for what, like a scar? Like a good memory, right? Like, what do you mean by does the universe remember us? Again, that goes back to, is it an organism, right? Is it something that could remember us? How is it remembering us, right? Is it remembering us through, like, again, like a scar? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, because our actions do have consequences, right? Now, when we die, do those consequences kind of ring out? I would say they do, right? That's like I said, that's the whole day. Oh, nice. The whole idea behind like karma and stuff like that. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about what ChatGPT is asking, right? Do you guys think that memories are stored in like history, like after you die, right? Like you are basically a radio, right? So whatever frequency you're tapping into, right? Whatever choices you are making in your life, that's kind of the station that you're playing, right? Are you causing joy, people to dance and to kind of have fun, or are you causing people to do some satanic stuff and like, you know, what's your frequencies you're kind of putting out, right? And does the universe remember that stuff, right? Are you effectively remembering or affecting, sorry, the universe? I mean, both are pretty interesting thoughts. I think they do have like different possibilities, so it might not be too fair to ask. Let's see. These here, this andesite can just get dumped in there. Just so that I have space for the blocks here. Damn! Odin is upset. Okay, we got a stack of this so we can that way we have an ingot so we can collect some more and we have this now. Um, I don't have enough for another crafting bench, so sticks is useful for now. We could, just so that we have some space here. I'm gonna skip that. Arrows. We could just use this bow, to be honest. That might not be a terrible decision here. Food. Let's see how many we can pop. Oh, it's gonna fill up. Okay. That's not great, but not terrible. Okay. I say we do it and just kind of move on here with our lives. But I think that's gonna be it for this episode. It's a nice long one. And I kind of did that on purpose. I really, really, really would love to know what you guys think here. This is bringing it back to the basics. I want to know who like the real fans are, and if you were a fan of the half an hour long ones, I'm sorry, the next one will be half an hour long, I promise. But I wanted to experiment on something, right? But please, again, like I said, the only thing I can ask for is for you guys to kind of use the YouTube's the way YouTube allows us to communicate, right? Let's use that, right? And just kind of make the channel grow in that way. Guys, trust me, I almost died. Oh my God, that is not good. I kind of want to go check it out, but that's not good. Um, if you guys enjoyed this one, please let me know in the comments down below. Remember, I love you. God loves you. And please, please, please love each other because that's something that's obviously it's kind of corny to say because everybody kind of says it, but it's what's lost in the world, right? Peace, world peace and love and stuff like that, right? Just love each other. Just think of a broken block as there being a diamond behind it, right? Take a chance. Take a chance on that block. It might be ugly, it might be inconspicuous, it might be, just trying to hide, but take your diamond pick and just take the chance to pick at it and who knows? You might find a diamond in that rough, basically. I'll see you guys in the next one. We're gonna keep raiding this cave for everything it has, whatever we can carry, basically. Um, and hopefully we leave with 30 levels. Obsidian, a stack of obsidian, and a stack of diamonds, baby. And I think we'll be able to leave happy that way. All right, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the hour, half hour. I am gonna just be mixing both of them here periodically, right? Because I do. Oh, I do like to just ramble on conversations like this. And sometimes that's it's an hour long, right? Oh no, I've been here before. Sometimes it is an hour long. So, I hope you guys don't mind. And if you guys do, don't worry. I will have the half an hour long ones too. Guys, have fun. I'm gonna try and survive here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. A dungeon would be cool, but diamonds is forever. Diamonds are forever. Oh, and obsidian. You gotta go deeper for obsidian.